Students, today we're going to do the listening practice, and please open the page number 75, test 4, section 1. So I'm going to play this section, and the practice is as we used to do the practice, that this listening consists of 4 sections. Every section will be played and the questions will be asked from each section. And you have to write those answers onto the given sheets. That sheets are in front of you. You have to answer while listening the recording. Let me switch off the fan because it's creating a noise. It's very good right now. So I'm playing the recording.
And do you know how many people there'll be?
Around 80, I think.
You will see that there is an example that has been done for you.
Is voice clear to all of you, students?
Yes, sir.
Voice is clear?
This occasion only, the conversation relating to this will be played first.
Good morning, Clare House Hotel. Andrew speaking. I'm the events manager.
Andrew is the events manager. So events has been written in the space. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 7.
So you have to listen carefully the recording that will be played, and you will have to answer the questions ranging from 1 to 7.
Good morning, Clare House Hotel. Andrew speaking. I'm the events manager.
Good morning, Andrew. My name's Samantha. I'm arranging a party for my parents' 50th wedding anniversary, and I'm ringing to ask about hiring a room sometime next September. Also, my parents and several of the guests will need accommodation.
Okay, I'm sure we can help you with that. Will you be having a sit-down meal or a buffet?
Probably a sit-down.
And do you know how many people there'll be?
Around 80, I think.
Well, we have 2 rooms that can hold that number. One is the Adelphi room. That can seat 85 or hold over 100 if people are standing for a buffet.
Right.
If you have live music, there's room for 4 or 5 musicians in the gallery overlooking the room. Our guests usually appreciate the fact that the music can be loud enough for dancing, but not too loud for conversation.
Yes, I really don't like it when you can't talk.
Exactly. Now, the Adelphi room is at the back of the hotel, and there are French windows leading out onto the terrace. This has a beautiful display of pots of roses at that time of the year.
Which direction does it face?
Southwest. So that side of the hotel gets the sun in the afternoon and early evening.
Very nice.
From the terrace, you can see the area of trees within the grounds of the hotel. Or you can stroll through there to the river. That's on the far side, so it isn't visible from the hotel.
Okay.
Then another option is the Carlton room. This is a bit bigger. It can hold up to 110 people. And it has the advantage of a stage, which is useful if you have any entertainment. Or indeed, a small band can fit onto it.
And can you go outside from the room?
No. The Carlton room is on the first floor. But on one side, the windows look out onto the lake.
Lovely. I think either of those rooms will be suitable.
Can I tell you about some of the options we offer in addition?
Please do.
As well as a meal, you can have an MC, a master of ceremonies, who'll be with you throughout the party.
What exactly is the MC's function? I suppose they make a speech during the meal if we need one, do they?
That's right. All our MCs are trained as public speakers, so they can easily get people's attention. Many guests are glad to have someone who can make themselves heard above the chatter, and they're also your support. If anything goes wrong, the MC will deal with it, so you can relax.
Great. I'll need to ask you about food, but something else that's important is accommodation. You obviously have rooms in the hotel, but do you also have any other accommodation, like cabins, for example?
Yes, there are 5 in the grounds, all self-contained. They each sleep 2 to 4 people and have their own living room, bathroom, and small kitchen.
That sounds perfect for what we'll need.
So,
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 8 to 10.
so this conversation that we just played is a female who is inquiring, who is asking about booking a hotel room for an event. So the conversation unfolds, and there is some conversation between the lady and the event manager, who is Andrew. And rest of the conversation goes on, and the questions have been crafted on the base of these conversations. So, what is the progress report? How many questions have you written? Arslan,
4 questions.
4 questions. Sir Hassan,
3.
3 questions. So let's try to understand it again, and let's see what happens. Number of the people who can sit down to eat is how much?
80.
So what's
18.
your answer? 80.
18.
80. Yes, 80.
80.
Has a gallery suitable for musicians? Can go out and see the dash in the post spots on the terrace.
Trees.
All right. What's your answer, sir?
Sorry?
So the answer to the question number 2, can go out and see a dash in the pots on the terrace.
Sorry.
All right. We'll do this again. Terrace has a view of a group of dash.
No, sir.
All right. The number of the people who can sit down to eat is 110. Has a dash view of the lake.
4 to 5.
Stage.
Yes, stage is the right answer.
Stage.
Stage is the right answer. Master of ceremonies can give a dash while people are eating.
No, sir.
Sir, have you done this, sir?
No. No.
Will provide dash if there are any problems.
No, sir.
In hotel rooms or dash. Rooms are
Living room.
as well as, sorry,
Living rooms.
living rooms. Let me tell me just one thing, that the recording that has been just played in front of you, was that, well, was that very audible? It was very audible recording, sir. You could easily hear this.
There is a problem in a distortion in a voice. There is no clear voice of the recording. So जैसे आप पहले करते थे थोड़ा पहले आपको ब्रीफ कर देते
Okay, okay, okay.
step
Yes,
by
we are going to do this right now. We are exactly going to do this. So I'm going to play it again and we will understand it bit by bit. So
You will see that there is an example that has been done for you.
Good morning, Clare House Hotel.
So he says, good morning, Clare House Hotel.
Andrew speaking. I'm the events manager.
Andrew speaking. I am the events manager.
Events.
So the fill in the blank number one, Andrew
Events.
is the dash manager. He is the events manager. That has been done for you. Next.
Andrew is the events manager. So events has been written in the space. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 7.
Good morning, Clare House Hotel. Andrew speaking. I'm the events manager.
Good morning, Andrew. My name's Samantha. I'm arranging a party for my parents' 50th wedding anniversary.
My name is Samantha. I am arranging a party
Party.
for my parents' 50th anniversary.
Yes.
And I'm ringing to ask about hiring a room sometime
And I am willing to ask about hiring a room
next September.
sometime next September.
Also, my parents and several of the guests will need accommodation.
Also, my parents and couple of the guests will need accommodation.
Okay, I'm sure we can help you with that.
I'm sure we can help you that. So she's asking about some accommodation and she's saying that she's going for the wedding anniversary of her parents and she's asking for the room. So he replies in affirmative, yes, we can help you. So how is
Yes.
going to help him? Her.
Will you be having a sit-down meal or a buffet?
Will you be having a sit-down meal or a buffet?
Probably a sit down.
Probably a sit-down.
And do you know how many people there'll be?
Around 80, I think.
Well, we have
So she says 80 people.
2 rooms that can hold that number. One is the Adelphi room that can seat 85 or hold over 100 if people are standing for a buffet.
Right.
She says that the total members of the party, total members of her family will be 80. But he says that we have 2 rooms. One
Yes.
room is in which 85 people can be
Yes.
accommodated. And
Yes.
second is in which 100 people can be accommodated. So the question number one is number of the people who can sit down to eat.
80.
Who can sit down to eat
80.
is 80.
If you have live music, there's room for 4 or 5 musicians in the gallery overlooking the room.
So he is now telling her about the musicians in the gallery. So you also need to understand a situation as well that if they're going to arrange for a wedding ceremony, anniversary, there will be some musical programs as well. So now he is brief her about musical instruments and all that.
Our guests usually appreciate the fact that the music can be loud enough for dancing.
He says that our music is loud enough for dancing. That music is loud enough for the dancing,
Dancing.
But not too loud for conversation.
but not too loud for conversation. It is loud enough for dancing, but not too loud for conversation. कि इतना loud नहीं होगा, इतना loud होगा कि आप डांस कर सकते हैं, लेकिन इतना loud नहीं होगा कि आपको बातचीत करते हुए भी, communicate करते हुए भी मसला हो.
Yes, I really don't like it when you can't talk.
She says, yes, I really don't like it when you can't talk. So music should be not that loud that the people who are sitting in the party, they are not able to speak.
Exactly. Now, the Adelphi room is at the back of the hotel.
The adult room is at the back of the hotel.
And there are French windows leading out onto the terrace.
There are French windows leading out onto the terrace. So room has French windows, and from those French windows, a person can go onto the terrace. He can walk onto the terrace.
This has a beautiful display of pots of roses.
This has a beautiful display of pots of roses. Pots of roses क्या मतलब कि pot क्या मतलब होता है गुलदान, roses मतलब गुलाब के फूल. तो वहां पे जब situation को try to understand the situation that when you leave the windows and then you go to the terrace, and in the terrace there are lot of pots of the roses in order to beautify the whole scenario. So there are the pots of the roses. गुलाब के फूलों का जो pot होता है, जो गमला होता है, उसके अंदर गुलाब के जो फूल होते हैं वो लगे हुए हैं, वो चीज वो बता रहा है. अब क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 देखें क्या है आपका. Can go out to see the dash in the pots on the terrace. Roses.
Roses. Yes, sir.
पूरी इसको देखिए. Number of people who can sit down to eat 85. Has a gallery suitable for musicians. Can go out and see roses in the pots on the terrace. So you mean you have to get to the situation as well. क्या situation बताई जा रही है? Situation जो बताई जा रही है, situation is that when you leave the windows, French windows, you go onto the terrace, you will find the pots in which the roses have been placed. So next question is coming from this statement that there are the roses in the pots on the terrace. Sir, is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir? All right.
जी जी.
At that time of the year.
Which direction does it face?
Now she's asking which direction does it face?
Southwest.
He says southwest.
West.
So that side of the hotel gets the sun in the afternoon.
That side of the hotel gets sun in the afternoon. ये जो साउथ वेस्ट का जो पार्ट है होटल का, वहां पे आफ्टरनून में क्या आ जाती है, धूप आ जाती है. अब थोड़ा सा सिचुएशंस को टॉपिक टू टॉपिक, और जब when they are changing from conversation to conversation, try to understand situation as well. French, France, so it's English, so they like sunshine, they like sun. So that is why he is particular about saying that that portion of the hotel also has sun rays in order to create her interest. Whenever you listen to this sort of the recording, be prepared for one thing, that this is about the foreign country. So bring your mind to the foreign country. Imagine that you are sitting in the foreign country. Don't apply these things on Pakistan, because if you copy paste these things on Pakistan, you are not going to understand anything, because most of the things are different in Pakistan and in different in the Western countries.
And early evening.
Very nice.
From the terrace, you can see the area of trees with.
From the terrace, you can see the area of trees.
Trees.
From the terrace, you can see the area of trees.
Trees.
In the grounds of the hotel, or you can stroll through.
On the grounds of the hostel. So question number 3, terrace has a view of group of
Trees.
trees. So obviously, I mean, things अब इस तरह का थोड़ा सा IELTS होता जा रहा है कि they demand your attention. All the conversation is getting in connectivity. You see one after another, say there is a connectivity coming on. And from those connectivity, he asks 2 or 3 questions. So you have to listen carefully and understand. So next to your question, Keratin room Number of the people who can sit down to eat is 110, has a dash view of lake. The next question is about view of lake. He has told about the view of the roses. He has told about the view of the trees. Now he is going to tell about the view of the lake. You have to catch the sentence in which he is going to tell about the view of lakes.
There to the river. That's on the far side, so it isn't visible from the hotel.
Okay.
Then another option is the Carlton room. This is
Now he is coming to the carton. You see in the question, carton room is written. So you have to now listen carefully because he is coming to your question, carton room.
a bit bigger. It can hold up. It isn't visible from the hotel.
Okay.
Then another option is the Carlton room.
Carton room.
Yes.
This is a bit bigger.
This is a bit bigger. Carton room is a bit bigger. Carton का जो room है, carton room ने कोई एक specific नाम दिया होगा उसको. This is bit bigger than the other rooms.
It can hold up to 110 people.
It can hold up to 110 people. So how many people? People are written there.
And it has the advantage of a stage, which is useful if you have any entertainment or in
Has a
Stage.
dash
Stage.
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 So now he is convincing her to go for a curtain room. Curtain room is a big room. It can hold 110 people. Plus it has stage as well because she is looking for a party. And she started that from 80 to 85 people, then 110 people he's saying. So that room has a stage and the stage can. So next question is from options. In options, he's talking about the master of ceremonies. In options, he's talking about master of ceremonies.
Ceremonies.
And from that, two of the questions have been derived. Question number 5 and question number 6 can give dash while people are eating, will provide dash if there are any problems. So let's hear this out.
Indeed, a small band can fit onto it.
And can you go outside from the room?
No, the Carlton room is on the first floor.
Carton room is on the first floor. She says that can you go out of the room? She says no, carton room is on the first floor.
But on one side, the windows look out onto the lake.
Lovely.
But on one side, windows look out to the lake. मतलब कि एक साइड पे आप उसके कार्टन रूम के एक साइड पे she asks that whether we can go out. He says it's on the ground floor, you cannot go out, but on the one side you can have the view of the lake. You can see the lake.
I think either of those rooms would be suitable.
Can I tell you about
She says either of those rooms will be suitable.
some
Yes.
of the options we offer in addition?
Now he's coming to options. ठीक है? Now he's coming to the options. और आपका next question options में से बनाए. So now you have to listen it very very carefully.
Please do.
As well as a meal, you can have an MC, a master of ceremonies.
As well as of meals, you can have MC. Who is MC?
Master
Written
of
here,
ceremony.
master of ceremonies.
Yes.
You know, things are very very systematic in even in some areas of Pakistan, in the abroad countries. So when you're going for an event, they have a master of ceremonies. Master of ceremonies will assist you in your ceremony. And in what ways that master of ceremony will assist you? He's the master of ceremony. कि वो ceremonies का master है, कि वो ceremonies को assist करेगा. आप कोई भी इवेंट कराते हैं, आप अपना enjoy करते रहें, master हर चीज arrange करेगा, so that you can have a quality time with your fellow beings. Things are more systematic. So now we're going to see what are the duties of the master of the ceremonies.
Yes.
who'll be with you throughout the party.
Master of ceremonies MC will be with you throughout the party. कि मुकम्मल पार्टी में वो आपके साथ रहेगा.
What exactly is the MC's function?
What exactly is the MC's function? She asks ये MC जो है उसका क्या function है? Let's see.
I suppose they make a speech during the meal if we need one, do they?
That's right.
I suppose that they make a speech during
Speech.
the meal if we need. So अब imagine करें कि anniversary चल रही है, guests are sitting, गपशप हो रही है, speech करनी है, कोई announcement करनी है, master is there. आप उनको पैगाम पहुंचाएं, he will make a speech, he will deliver the speech on your part. So question number 5 is derived from this part of the statement. This part of the statement is about question number 5. Question number 5 is can give us dash while people are eating.
Speech.
Can give a speech. So master of ceremonies can give a speech while the people are
Speech.
eating.
Yes, sir.
All our MCs are trained as public speakers, so they can easily get people's attention.
All our MCs are trained as public speakers, so they can easily get people's attention. Professional environment है, वहाँ पे वो सारे के सारे they know how to grab the attention of the people, how to make the speeches. So MC is there. Next question will provide dash if there is any problem. So what?
Many guests are glad to have someone who can make themselves heard above the chatter, and they're also your support. If anything goes wrong, the MC will deal with it. So,
And they're also your support.
Sport. Yes, sir.
If anything goes wrong, MC will be there to deal with it. So, and if anything goes wrong, what does it mean? That if any sort of the problem arises. So question number 6, give it some focus. Will provide dash if there are any problems.
Sport.
Sport. Sir, are you getting this?
Yes, yes.
So you see that whole of the situation is gradually unfolding, and he tells that they have some other options as well, and those options are about MC. MC is the master of ceremonies. He has two things, functions. Number one, that he can make a speech while the guests are eating, and number two, that he can support if anything goes wrong. All right. Now coming to question number 7. Question number 7 is about accommodation in hotel rooms or dash. So accommodation वो लोग कहाँ पे करेंगे अगर वो लोग वहाँ पे accommodate होना चाहते हैं, अगर वहाँ पे रहना चाहते हैं, तो where are they going to be accommodated? Let's see accommodations.
so you can relax.
Great. I'll need to ask you about food, but something else that's important is accommodation.
I need to ask you about food, but something that is more important is accommodation. So
Accommodation.
he's asking about accommodation. So let's see what he answers.
You obviously have rooms in the hotel, but do you also have any other accommodation?
You have the rooms in the hotels, but you have any other accommodation. तो होटल में तो rooms होंगे, but कोई और भी accommodation है, तो वो कौन सी accommodation है यहाँ पे आपने गौर करना है, वो क्या जवाब देता है?
Like cabins, for
Like cabins.
example.
Yes,
सारा दोबारा सुन.
so you can relax.
Great. I'll need to ask you about food, but something else that's important is accommodation.
Accommodation.
You obviously have rooms in the hotel, but do you also have any other accommodation? Like cabins, for example.
Yes, there are 5 in the grounds, all self-contained. They each sleep 2 to 4 people and have their own living room, bathroom, and small kitchen.
That's
I mean, you don't have to listen to that much detail. Question is over. Question is in hotel rooms or cabins.
Can
So what do we mean that there are accommodation will be either in hotel rooms or in
Cabin.
cabins. So you see that all the questions that have been asked, they have been written here. Only, I've been telling you since our classes started that you have to, if you like, again, I would say that suggestion that half hour listen to BBC and on weekly basis watch a movie. Half hour listen BBC, half half hour do this exercise on daily basis and listen to English movie or watch an English season. It will gradually improve. So, okay, I'm going to play the next activity, and the next activity consists of the questions, question number 8 to 10. So let's play this.
sounds perfect for what we'll need.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 8 to 10.
So before you hear the rest of the questions, you have some time to see the questions 8 to 10. I am reading out these questions, okay? What is said about using each of the following hotel facilities? कि नीचे जो होटल की फैसिलिटीज बताई गई हैं उनमें से कौन कौन सी फैसिलिटी के बारे में क्या क्या चीज बताई गई. Choose 3 answers from the box and write the correct letters A, B, C next to questions 8 to 10. You can see that there's a box and the box says availability. Availability of 3 things. Option A, included in the cost of hiring room. Option B, available at extra charge. Option C, not available. Now, so let's see the hotel facilities. Outdoor swimming pool. Outdoor swimming pool. Whether it is introduced, included in the cost of room, or it is available at extra charge, or it is not available. We have to find this out through this listening. Point number 9, gym. Whether it is included in the cost of room, whether it is available for the extra charges, whether it is not available. Option number 3, tennis court. Whether it is available in the cost of hiring, whether it is available with extra charges, or whether it is not available. So 3 facilities हैं, outdoor swimming, gym और tennis court. क्योंकि जब आप बड़े होटल्स में जाते हैं तो these activities, these additional things are the part of the hotels. If you want to do these activities, either these activities will be available for the, either they will not be available, या तो वो activities होंगी ही नहीं वहाँ. Either they will be available to you in the cost that you already paid for the room. कि जो cost, जो rent आपने कमरे के लिए दिया है, उसी में ये facilities मिलेंगी. Either you will have to pay extra charges for these facilities. तो या तो कमरे के कॉस्ट के अलावा अलग चार्जेस आपको इन फैसिलिटीज के लिए देने. सो 3 ऑप्शंस है, या तो ये फैसिलिटी है ही नहीं, या उन्हीं खर्चों के अंदर ये फैसिलिटी अवेलेबल है, या इसके लिए नए चार्जेस आपको देने पड़ेंगे. सो लेट्स हियर दिस आउट. अब देखिए यहाँ पे आपकी 2 चीजें इन्वॉल्व. हाउ क्विकली यू रीड, हाउ क्विकली यू अंडरस्टैंड द सिचुएशन. परसेप्शन पावर.
The questions 8 to 10.
Now, you have various facilities, don't you? Are they all included in the price of hiring the room?
You have all the facilities. Do you all those facilities are including in the cost of hiring the rooms?
Pool, for instance.
Normally, you'd be able to use it, but it'll be closed throughout September for refurbishment, I'm afraid.
Normally you will be able to use it, but it will be closed for the September due to refurbishment. Renovation हो रही तो September तक close रहेंगे. आगे देखते हैं.
The gym will be available, though, at no extra charge. That's
Gym will be available for no extra charge.
Charge.
Gym will be available for no extra charge.
it's open all
So
day
B
from
would-
6 in the morning until midnight.
It will be open whole day, 6 a.m. in the morning until midnight.
Right.
And the 10th
अभी जो ऑप्शन नंबर 9 है जिम, ऊपर जो ऑप्शन है कौन सा ऑप्शन थी? Included in the cost of hiring, available at extra charge, या ऑप्शन सी not available?
Option B.
Option
For gym, option B.
no sir, it's
A.
option A.
A, sir.
Option A, because you see इसको दोबारा सुनते
Yes.
हैं.
Because it has no extra charges.
Yes, it has no extra charge.
is called. The gym will be available.
Pool, for instance.
Normally,
दोबारा सुने.
Now, you have various facilities, don't you? Are they all included in the price of hiring the room? The pool, for instance.
normally you'd be able to use it, but it'll be closed throughout September for refurbishment, I'm afraid. The gym will be available, though, at no extra charge. That
Yes, sir.
Gym will be available at no extra charge. यानी कि
Yes.
जिम आपको अवेलेबल होगा उसी कॉस्ट पे जिस कॉस्ट पे आपने कमरा लिया. जिम फ्री है, यानी कि जो कमरे की आपने कॉस्ट ली उसी में जिम भी शामिल है, तो क्या होगा? Included
A.
at the cost
In-
in the cost of
Oh,
hiring.
cost of hiring room.
So ऑप्शन क्या होगा इसका?
A.
A.
it's open all day from 6 in the morning until midnight.
Right.
And the tennis courts, but there is a small additional payment for those.
And tennis court, but there is a small additional payment for that.
B.
दोबारा सुने.
That's open all day from 6 in the morning until midnight.
Right.
And the tennis courts, but there is a small additional payment for those.
Tennis court के लिए small additional payment.
B. B.
B. B.
ऑप्शन क्या है?
B.
Available है but at
B.
extra charge. So gym
Yes, additional.
free. Tennis court available at extra charge. यानी कि होगा सही लेकिन उसके लिए extra charges हैं.
We have
Yes.
4 courts, and it's worth booking in advance if you possibly can, as there can be quite a long waiting list for them.
Right. Now, could we discuss the food? This
Now she is discussing the food.
Food.
Food में yes.
would be dinner around 7 o'clock.
So तीनों options आपके हो गए.
वो
Swimming
आउटडोर
वाला
स्विमिंग पूल का उसमें पहले ही बता दिया था कि ये
Yes.
अवेलेबल नहीं.
अवेलेबल नहीं है. आउटडोर स्विमिंग का उसने
Yes,
पहले ही
sir.
बता दिया. ठीक है. आउटडोर स्विमिंग
Not
पूल
available.
का उसने पहले ही बता दिया है, ये अवेलेबल ही नहीं. यस, ऑप्शन सी होगा. ठीक है. तो 8 का हमारे पास ऑप्शन सी है,
Yes.
9 का हमारे पास ऑप्शन ए है और 10 का हमारे पास ऑप्शन.
B.
B.
अच्छा आगे मूव करते हैं.
That is the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
After every section you will be given, as you know, that half minute to check your answers. So you can check there are spelling mistakes, there are other issues, there are spelling mistakes or that. So half minute is given to check the answers. After half minute, again a recording will be played and you have to listen and you have to answer while listening the whole of the conversation. And after all these 4 sections, section 1, 2, 3, 4 are done, you will be given additional 10 minutes. जब ये तमाम sections हो जाएंगे, you will be given additional 10 minutes to write all those, convert all those answers from these answer sheets, another answer sheet.
Now turn to section
That will be given to you.
Yes, sir.
2. Section 2. You will hear a holiday company representative talking to a group of tourists in a large hotel about things they can do during their holiday.
So this conversation is about what? Have you understand what is this conversation about? Listen it again.
First, you
जब भी वो बताते हैं ना किसी कॉन्वर्सेशन को, उसको आप कैच क्या करें, उससे आपका माइंड मैपिंग बन जाएगी किस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आ सकते हैं और आपका माइंड तैयार हो
Okay.
जाएगा.
have some time to look at questions 11 to 16. Which hotel? Section 2. You will hear a holiday company representative talking to a group of tourists in a
Holiday company representative talking to a group of tourists.
Tourist.
large hotel about things they can do during their holiday.
About the things they can do about the holidays. अब कॉन्वर्सेशन क्या है कि हॉलीडे टूर का जो गाइड है, जिस होटल में पीपल आर गोइंग टू स्टे फॉर द हॉलीडे, उस होटल में बंदा मौजूद है हु विल बी अ टूर गाइड, who will be guiding them what they can do in the holidays. So you see, when you go to the big hotels, I don't know about Pakistan. I also don't know about abroad, but I know abroad about these through these listenings. That when you go to abroad in big hotels, they have every department, and you go to a tourist place, and the tourist place has hotels, and you want to do tourism, you want to do hiking, there will be a tour guide available in the hotel. You won't have to go for another tour guide. Tour guide will be available in the hotel who will be guiding you how to spend your holidays. So overall professionalism is that you facilitate your customers to a great extent. Let's hear this.
First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 16.
See the questions 11 to 16. So I'm going to read these questions. What information does the speaker give about each of the following exclusions? Choose 6 answers from the box and write the correct letter A to H next to the questions 11 to 16.
Yes.
अभी हमने जो एक्सरसाइज की है बिल्कुल उसी तरह की एक्सरसाइज है. एक बॉक्स है in which all the information is given, like all downhill, suitable for beginners, only in good weather, food included, no charge, swimming possible, fully booked today, transport not included. So you see these options are available. Which of these options is right? We have to catch. Now what are the activities given below? Dolphin watching, forest walk, cycle trip, local craft tour, observatory trip, horse riding. Now we're going to play and we'll understand what this conversation is about.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jake Stevens, and I'm your rep here at the hotel. I'm sure you'll all have a great time here.
He is introducing himself.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
So, let me tell you a bit about what's on offer.
Let me tell you a bit about what on offer. कि क्या-क्या offerings हैं, वो उसके बारे में बताने लगा है.
Start by telling you about some of the excursions that are available for guests.
I will be telling about you some of the expressions that are available for our get. Expressions means activities.
One thing you have to do while you're here is go dolphin watching.
One thing you have to do while you're here is to go for dolphin watching. कि dolphin को आपने देखना है. अब आपका क्वेश्चन नंबर 11 देखें क्या है.
Dolphin
Dolphin
watching.
watching. Now, what example, what explanation does he give about the dolphin watching? You have to focus on that.
On our boat trips, we pretty well guarantee you'll see dolphins. If you don't, you can repeat the trip free of charge. On our boat trips, we pretty well guarantee you'll see dolphins. If you don't, you can repeat the trip free of charge.
So, दोबारा सुने. इसमें से कौन सा ऑप्शंस आपको क्लिक कर रहे हैं?
I'll start by telling you about some of the excursions that are available for guests. One thing you have to do while you're here is go dolphin watching. On our boat trips, we pretty well guarantee you'll see dolphins.
On our boat trips, we pretty well guarantee that you will see the dolphins. Dolphins दिखाने की गारंटी है. Dolphins दिखाई जाएंगे लाजमी तौर.
If you don't, you can repeat the trip free of charge.
If you don't see the dolphins, you can repeat the trip free of charge. ट्रिप में डॉल्फिन वॉचिंग कराना मुकम्मल तौर पे उनकी जिम्मेदारी है. अब अंडरस्टैंडिंग करना मुश्किल क्यों होता है? क्योंकि ये चीजें यहाँ पे इतनी कॉमन नहीं है. इफ यू गो फॉर पिकनिक और फॉर आउटिंग इन पाकिस्तान, they won't give you any surety that dolphin, we will show the dolphin. Dolphin आगे नजर तो आगे, ना है तो ना है. But he is giving a surety of dolphin watching. And he says that if you don't see dolphin watching, you can repeat the trip free of charge. मतलब ये वही बात है कि अगर ना हुआ तो पैसे वापस. तो पक्का कर रहा है काम, लाजमी दिखाई जाएगी. तो इसमें से कौन सा ऑप्शन आपको नजर आ रहा है? ऑल डाउन हिल, कोई बात नहीं हुई. सुटेबल फॉर बिगिनर्स, कोई बात नहीं हुई. ओनली इन गुड वेदर, कोई बात नहीं हुई. फूड इंक्लूडेड, कोई
No.
बात नहीं हुई. नो चार्ज, नो चार्ज की बात की है, लेकिन अगर
है.
डॉल्फिन वॉचिंग मिस करते हैं तब
Yes,
आप
sir.
नो चार्ज करें. स्विमिंग पॉसिबल, फुली
No,
बुक्ड
sir.
टुडे,
Yes, sir.
ट्रांसपोर्ट नॉट इंक्लूडेड. ऑप्शन
Fully.
इसका जो बन रहा है वो फुली बुक टुडे. अभी आपको थोड़ी
Yes.
देर में समझ आएगा कि
जी.
ये लाजमी बुक है, ये लाजमी होकर ही.
Yes.
We organise daily trips for just €35.
We organize daily trips for just 35 euros.
Unfortunately, there aren't any places left for this afternoon's trip.
Unfortunately, there aren't any places left for this afternoon's trip.
But come and see me to book for later in the week.
Come and see me to book later in the week.
Later in the day.
If you're energetic, I'd recommend our forest walk.
If you're energetic, I recommend our forest walk. Now
Walk.
it's coming to option number 2. Forest
Yes.
walk.
It's a guided walk of about 7 kilometers.
It's a guided walk of about 7 kilometers.
7 kilometers.
There'll be a stop halfway, and
There will be a stop halfway,
you'll be provided with a drink and sandwiches.
and you will be provided with drink and sandwiches.
There's some fairly steep climbs up the hills, so you need to be reasonably fit for this one.
There are very steep climbs in the hill, so you need to be reasonably fit for this one.
With good shoes.
With good shoes.
Oh, and bring a waterproof in case it rains.
And bring the waterproof shoes in the case it rains.
It's just €25, all inclusive.
It's just 25 euros all inclusive.
And it's every Wednesday.
And it's every Wednesday.
Then on Thursday,
अब फॉरेस्ट वॉक के बारे में कौन सा ऑप्शन है? Food included. He says that drinks and sandwiches will be provided to you,
Yes, sir.
which means what? Forest walk, food is included.
They also gave the food.
That they will give the drinks and sandwiches. देखिए इनमें से कौन सा ऑप्शन सूटेबल है? ऑल डाउन हिल, बिल्कुल बात नहीं हुई. सूटेबल फॉर बिगिनर्स, बिल्कुल ये बात नहीं. उसने कहा बिगिनर्स के लिए नहीं, फिट होने चाहिए लोग. ओनली इन गुड वेदर, ये बात भी नहीं हुई.
No, नहीं.
नो चार्ज, ये बात भी नहीं हुआ. स्विमिंग पॉसिबल वाली बात भी नहीं हुई. फुली बुक टुडे वाली बात भी नहीं हुई.
नहीं.
ट्रांसपोर्ट नॉट इंक्लूडेड वाली भी बात नहीं हुई.
नहीं.
कौन सा ऑप्शन है जो इससे बहुत ज्यादा मैच कर रहा है?
Food included.
फूड इंक्लूडेड.
D.
So again, you know that whenever we do listening, this part, the mid part, section 2, is of implicative nature. That is why it is difficult. Next,
Days, we organize a cycle trip.
we organize a cycle.
Cycle trip.
So now he's coming to the cycle,
Trip.
Which will give you all the fun of biking without the effort.
which will give you all the fun of biking without any effort.
W-
अब साइकिल ट्रिप कहाँ से होगी? आप ऊपर ऑप्शंस, यू सी द ऑप्शंस, logically you will get to know what option should be there. See the option H, transport not included, null and void. Fully booked today, null and void. Swimming possible, null and void. No charge, null and void. Food included, हो गया. Only in good weather. All downhill. साइकिलिंग होती ही डाउनहिल पे.
Yes, sir.
मजीद भी इसको देखते हैं, आगे वो बोलेगा.
We'll take you and your bike up to the top of Mount Lana.
We will take you and your bike onto the top of Mount Lana. बाइक का मतलब यहाँ पे क्या है? बाइसाइकिल. दोबारा सुनिए.
Bicycle.
Organize a
Yes, sir.
cycle trip, which will give you all the fun of biking without the effort.
साइकिल का ट्रिप है, which will give you all the fun of biking without effort. बाइकिंग से मुराद बाइसाइकिलिंग.
Bicycle.
अगर आपने बाइसाइकिलिंग का फन उठाना है विदाउट एफर्ट, तो कैसे उठा सकते हैं? कि आप स्लोप से नीचे आ रहे हैं, आपकी एफर्ट नहीं होगी. He is saying
Yes, sir.
that we will give you the biking without any effort, which means यहाँ से ही हमें हिंट मिल गई कि अगर आप ऊपर वाली स्लोप से नीचे आए तो आपको एफर्ट नहीं करनी पड़ती. और आगे वो इसको सेकंड भी कर रहा है. कैसे? दोबारा सुने.
Every Wednesday. Then on Thursdays, we organize a cycle trip, which will give you all the fun of biking without the effort. We'll take you and your bike up to the top of Mount Lana.
We will take you
A
and
bike.
your bike up to the top of Mount Lana.
Yes,
माउंट
sir.
लाना कोई पहाड़ है, जिस तरह माउंट एवरेस्ट है, K2 है.
Yes.
माउंट लाना कोई पहाड़ है. So they are taking you and your bikes. Bikes means bicycle. They will
Bicycle.
take you and your bicycle to the top of the mountain, and from the top of the mountain you have to come again. So it's easy drive. No effort is required, and still you will enjoy the biking.
Yes.
And leave you to bike back.
And leave you to bike back. So you come from the top of the mountain down towards, which means that you will be coming without any effort.
Yes.
It's a 700-meter drop in just 20 kilometers, so this isn't really for inexperienced cyclists.
7, he's telling some stats. ठीक है.
As you'll be going pretty fast. And if it's a clear day, you'll have fantastic views.
And if it's a clear day, you will have the fantastic views.
Our local craft tour, you can find out about the traditional activities in the
You can find out the traditional activities on the biking.
island. And the best thing about this trip is that it's completely free.
This biking is completely free.
Free.
You'll be taken to a factory where jewelry is made and also a ceramics centre. If you want, you can buy some of the products, but that's entirely up to you. The trip starts after lunch on Thursday and you'll return by 6 p.m. If you're interested in astronomy, you may already know that the island's one of the best places in the world to observe the night sky. We can offer trips to the observatory on Friday
He's gone to the next option. दोबारा यहाँ से
free. You hike up to the top of Mount Lana and leave you to bike back. It's a 700-meter drop in just 20 kilometers.
700 meters drop, just 20 kilometers. So अब इसमें कौन सा ऑप्शन आपको नजर आ रहा है?
A.
Option A, all the downhill, downhill. So cycle trip, option
A.
A.
So this isn't really for inexperienced cyclists.
This isn't for inexperienced cyclists. Okay, the people who are inexperienced cyclists should not do this. He tells the reason why.
As you'll be going pretty fast.
Because you will be going pretty fast. So the inexperienced cyclists, because they are coming very pretty fast, they cannot hold the cycle. So
Yes.
means what? The only option that is available is that
A.
hold down the hill. So that is the option.
A.
And if it's a clear day, you'll have fantastic views.
What does it say right now, sir?
जी
इसको सुनिएगा दोबारा.
So this isn't really for inexperienced cyclists, as you'll be going pretty fast. And if it's a clear day, you'll have fantastic views.
Fantastic views कब होंगे? If it is a clear day. अगर clear day होगा ना, देखिए ना, आप imagine करें ना चीजों को, थोड़ा सा आपको imagination भी अपनी strong करनी पड़ेगी. आप cycle से नीचे उतर रहे हैं. You are coming down from the cycle, and the cycle is in a hilly area. And if the area is very clear, you will see all the things very good. You will have the clear view of the natural greenery if the whole of the weather is very good.
On our local craft tour,
On our local craft tour. Now is coming to option number
40.
question number 40.
4.
On our local craft tour,
you can find out about the traditional activities in the island.
you can find out about the traditional activities in the island.
And the best thing about this trip is that it's completely free.
And the best thing about this trip is that it's completely free.
Free. It means
Local craft tour is what?
It has no charge.
Option, which option?
A.
Option E. Sir, are you getting this point?
yes sir.
So he says the local craft tour has completely free, which means what? That's no charge.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Next, he is coming to the observatory trip. Let's try to understand.
You'll be taken to a factory where jewelry is made and also a ceramics center. If you
will be taken to a factory where jewelry is made, also a ceramic center.
Want, you can buy some of the products, but
if you want, you can buy some of the products. Products तो आपने खुद ही खरीदने हैं ना, लेकिन जो tour होगा वो free हो.
That's entirely up to you.
That's entirely up to you.
The trip starts after lunch on Thursday and you'll return by 6 p.m. If you're interested in astronomy, you may already know that the island's one of the best places in the world to...
If you are interested in astronomy, you know that islands are one of the best places
to observe the night sky.
In the world to observe the night sky. अगर आप observatory में, अगर आप इसमें interested हैं, दोबारा इसको सुनें.
If you're interested in astronomy, you may already know that the island's one of the best places in the world to observe the night sky.
अगर आप एस्ट्रोनॉमी में इंटरेस्टेड हैं, आपको पता होगा कि आइलैंड्स पे रात का क्लियर व्यू स्टार्स का नजर आता है, विच मीन्स व्हाट कि ज्यादातर जो ऑब्जर्वेटरी लैब्स होती हैं वो आइलैंड्स पे बनाई जाती हैं.
We can offer trips to the observatory on Friday for those who are interested.
We can offer a trip to the observatory on Friday who are interested.
They cost €90 per person.
They cost 90 euros per person.
And you'll be shown the huge telescopes and have a talk from an expert.
You will be shown huge telescopes and you will have a talk with experts
Who will explain all about how they work.
who will explain all about how they work.
Afterwards, we'll head down to Sunset Beach, where
After this, we will head down to Sunset Beach,
you can have a dip in the ocean if you want.
where you can have dip in the ocean if you want. कि ऑब्जर्वेटरी ट्रिप को देखने के बाद आप नीचे आके समंदर में डुबकी भी लगा सकते हैं. मतलब क्या हुआ, थोड़ी सी
Yes.
स्विमिंग भी,
Swimming possible?
स्विमिंग
Yes.
पॉसिबल.
Yes, sir.
आपका ऑब्जर्वेटरी ट्रिप के साथ स्विमिंग भी पॉसिबल.
Before we head off back to the hotel.
Before we head back off to the hotel. ऑब्जर्वेटरी ट्रिप जो है, उस ट्रिप में आप आइलैंड पे जाएंगे. यू विल सी द बिग टेलीस्कोप्स because the islands can give the clear view of the sky and the telescopes are launched there. You will talk to the people, they will tell you how the telescopes work, and when you are coming back you can down when you're coming back you can have a dip in the ocean as well. जिस तरह आप आते हो समुद्र में डुबकी लगा ले, मतलब क्या हुआ, स्विमिंग भी.
Swimming भी कर सकते.
नेक्स्ट है आपका एवरग्रीन हॉर्स राइडिंग.
Finally, there's horse riding. This is organized by the Equestrian Centre over near Playa Cortino, and it's a great experience if you're a keen horseback rider, or even if you've never been on a horse before.
It's a keen experience if you're a horse rider
Yes.
or you have never been on horse. यानी कि अगर आप बिगिनर भी हैं, अगर आप घोड़े पे कभी पहले सवारी नहीं की, फिर भी आपके लिए प्रोडक्टिव एक्सपीरियंस होगा ये.
They take you down to the beach, and you can canter along the sand and through the waves. It costs €35, and it's available every day.
35 euros, it's available every day.
Before you hear the rest of the talk,
So horse riding में कौन सा ऑप्शन मिलता है, ये आप बताएं मुझे.
Suitable for beginning.
Suitable for beginners. Suitable for
Beginners.
अब दोबारा देखिए, एक लम्हे के लिए डॉल्फिन वॉचिंग को omit the dolphin watching. See the forest walk. What was the option? Option D. He was
D.
saying that the cold drinks and the sandwich will be available. Second
Yes.
trip that you will be coming, your bikes will be taken to the top
A.
of the, and then you will be coming back effortless backing. So option all the
Yes.
downhill 700 मीटर लंबी ड्राइव 25 जो है वो जो मिनट्स में जितने वो टाइम का कह रहा था. अच्छा, उसके बाद लोकल क्राफ्ट वर्क क्या था?
No charge. It is also free.
ऑब्जर्वेटरी ट्रिप में क्या मुमकिन थी?
Swimming possible.
हॉर्स राइडिंग.
Also be suitable for beginners.
अब आपके जो ऑप्शंस रह गए हैं उनमें देखें, एक ऑप्शन रह गया है आपका सी, एक ऑप्शन आपका रह गया है एच, और एक रह गया है जी. डॉल्फिन वॉचिंग को देखिए किससे ज्यादा मैच होता है. ट्रांसपोर्ट नॉट इंक्लूडेड, इससे मैच नहीं हो रहा. ओनली इन गुड वेदर, इससे नहीं मैच हो रहा.
Fully
क्लोज
booked.
प्रॉक्सिमिटी जिसकी जो इसके साथ जा रही है वो है फुली बुक्ड.
Fully booked. Yes, sir.
इसको दोबारा सुने, वो शुरू में ये बता गया है कि दोबारा इसको सुने कि ये फुली बुक हो गया, कि आपने इसके बाद में आना है. दोबारा इसको सुने.
you have some time.
There's some fairly steep climbs up the hills.
Section 2. You will
डॉल्फिन वॉचिंग वाला सिर्फ दोबारा सुने.
11 to 16. Great time here.
So, let me tell you a bit about what's on offer. I'll start by telling you about some of the excursions that are available for guests. One thing you have to do while you're here is go dolphin watching. On our boat trips, we pretty well guarantee you'll see dolphins. If you don't, you can repeat the trip free of charge. We organise daily trips for just €35. Unfortunately, there aren't any places left for this afternoon's trip.
Unfortunately,
Yes, sir.
there are not any places left for the afternoon trip.
Yes, sir. It means
But
it will
come
be
and see
fully.
me to book for later in the week.
Come and see me to book for later in the week. डॉल्फिन वॉचिंग completely तौर पे
booked.
बुक हो चुका है.
Yes.
इसकी कोई अब स्लॉट अवेलेबल नहीं है. आपने बाद में बुकिंग करानी है. सो फुली बुक. अब ये देखें, इसमें वो इतना वो मुश्किल, खैर मैं इतना ये भी नहीं कहूँगा कि बहुत आसान है, but I won't also say that it's very difficult. It's tiring. Indeed, it's tiring. And again, matlab, you have to do this if you want to do IELTS. And believe you me that if you maintain a tempo as we had maintained in our class on daily basis, it will be a child's play. It will be very, very easy task. So tomorrow what you
Yes.
have to do, you have to listen carefully to the section 3. All right, complete section 3.
Okay.
This is your home activity. All right, complete section 3. Only one section. Complete section 3. It may take time, but relax. Do it. Now we will do it on daily basis. So it means your listening will improve a lot. So again, जिस तरह हम classes को conduct कर रहे थे, उसी तरह हमने चलना.
Okay.
एक हर काम के साथ आपको एक काम और मिलता जाएगा, उसको आपने परफॉर्म करके आना. तो कल जब हमारी क्लास होगी, उसमें क्या करना है, आपने ये सेक्शन 3 करके आना है. And I will start by asking the questions from it. 5 minutes we will ask the questions. Then
Yes.
we will do the reading writing it. And then we will do the on Thursday we will do, what do we call that, reading it.
Reading.
So this was clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you have to do this section 3 tomorrow.
Sir, please send
Okay,
the audio recording.
Yes, I'm sending the audio recording on your group as well, on to both of participants as well.
Yes.
So
Thank you. Sir.
yes. Okay. So let's call it a day. Call it a day is a idiom. इसका मतलब होता है कि let's end the class. See you tomorrow at the same place, same timing. Stay blessed. Take care. Allah.
Okay, sir. Allah.
okay.